Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745. And of course, we are playing Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice. And we are getting near, as the title, or as showed at least on the live stream, the invasion of Poland is coming. And hello, Anzetus, I guess that's how you pronounce that, over on YouTube. Interesting name. And I'm doing very good. Toy jet. Right. Now, one thing I really, really love about HOI IV is this feature in which you can tell I don't know, your fleets not to operate in certain areas. Now, I wish instead of having this negative control, you had a positive control. And by that, I mean saying like, actually, like for one of these convoy routes, to be able to route it yourself, meaning not tell it you can't go through here, but say, no, go, give it a route specifically, around that kind of thing. And here we're going to come and we're going to put a void if possible. Okay. Ends at 140 over on Twitch. Yes, I'm on both places, YouTube and Twitch, while I'm live here. So wherever you want to watch, wherever is best for you, we're going to say don't go here. So this is good. Now what we're also going to do here is getting ready for the big. These are coastal submarines. So we're going to select these. I don't play with this enough. Create a new task force, and we're going to do all coastal subs. Select this. We're actually going to move this to a new theater here just to get it out. And we're going to move it. Kiel is probably fine. We're going to send them to Kiel. Right. Okay, and we're going to come here. We're going to create a new task force thingy. Again, I'm not sure that this is the best way to do some of this management. We're going to select this. I'm breaking it away from other things. Right. Okay. Now, for fleet, trying to think how these work together. Well, good. You're doing well. That's good to hear. Sickness at work. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to create another task force, and I'm not going to give them all of the submarines. Are they all type? Oh no, there are multiple types here. Okay. Let's get the type. Well, maybe there's only 2 of this class. Well, that's fine. There's 2. Type 1A class. Okay, whatever that is. And again, we're going to put it in its own fleet, so it does its own thing. Again, I'm not the biggest expert on naval warfare in HOI IV, but I do understand a lot of basics of it. And it's really nice. So you could put out, say, like a destroyer patrol, and then a strike force that will rush out of the port, so it's not burning fuel all the time, rush out of the port once the enemy is found. And that's good for doing those kinds of things. But when it's not so good when you're trying to say, oh, hey, one group of subs patrols here, another group of sub patrols there, and so on. So there's a distinct lack of battleships and cruisers to act long-range surface raiders. Yes, we have a few. Okay, toy jet. We have the Grass Spay here, which pocket battleship. No, we did not build Bismarck or Tirpitz. We do have Scharnhorst and Gneisenau, which are they really more battle cruisers, toy jet? I sort of know what I'm talking about, but not super detailed. And over here, these are pre-dreadnought old battleships. We have two of those here. Would you honestly rate the use of whether it's Scharnhorst Gneisenau, which we used a bit, Bismarck, which had one short sortie in that it goes out, it sinks the hood, I think, and then goes, tries to get into port and gets sunk. And yes, the Grass Spay does cause a lot of chaos down here in the South Atlantic. And yes, while Bismarck was out, there's a really great movie, I think, called Sink the Bismarck. I think it's really great. I know it's called Sink the Bismarck, at least one of the titles. And there's another movie about the Grass Spay being out. Not as good, but still a good movie on that. Yeah, when both of those ships were out there, the British were sending massive amounts of ships to deal with them. So they were, one ship was distracting multiple fleets. And, is to work as commerce raiders. And the actual ton of sinkage, including warships, because I know they both, Grass Spay and I think the Grass Spay did, but I know Bismarck sinks at least one capital ship. Is it really worth it? Now, the threat of them, and the British spent lots and lots of effort on going after the Tirpitz as it just sat in port up in Norway. And yes, they did use, I believe, the Tirpitz and some others to go after the convoys to Russia. Is the cost and the lives, including the idea of training the sailors and whatnot, is it worth it for what they sunk? Or not? If I had a other planned operation, I don't know, like an invasion, cross-channel invasion, but was using air power and some barges or something, that, do we take the calculus that, oh, hey, if we send out one of these ships somewhat prior to it, not because, while it's operating, you may prefer to be here, but to distract a whole bunch of fleets to get them off position, and then you do, instead of a channel dash across or through the channel, you do a channel dash across the channel or something like that. Or if you were having some other operations coming fleet operations, presumably Italian, but operations down here in the Mediterranean, like a major, I don't know, invasion of Malta or Gibraltar or whatever it might be, that you're trying to get the British off sides during those brief moments that would then allow you to do something else, I would get. But none, to the best of my knowledge, none of the commerce rating, and including the Graf Spee, which was fairly early, was even distracting against like the idea of invading Norway by getting them off there. So I don't know. I would love to hear, because I know you're a bit of a like, okay, why don't you request troop passage from Peru, Dominican Republic, and Venezuela? I don't know how that would help me. What do I want to get troops into Peru for? I currently have no goals to be down there. Yep, and toy jet. So no, not worth it all. But I do love your high seas fleet. Yes. Now, none of what I said should be taken for whether Germany should build some capital ships. The realities of the time frame that we're looking at, there is no way that Germany should try to build a capital fleet that matches even the French capital fleet, let alone the British, even the Americans, which is old and aging by this point, and the Japanese. There's no way that they should build a capital fleet to try to match that, because, and I've talked about this, I'm not going to go into it just briefly here, but the economy, Reichsmarks, the cost in Reichsmarks in building a battleship or in building a panzer division, building the rifles, the tanks, the artillery pieces, really doesn't matter to the German government. It sort of kind of does a bit. It does matter on two fronts, though. One, what it matters is the resources in Germany to make, well, artillery pieces, making, whether it's the main guns for a battleship or the secondary guns for a battleship, or just the steel for the battleship, or making, artillery pieces for an armored division, or making the, armor plate for the tanks. Yes, you have sort of limited amounts of production capabilities. And two, particularly if you just print money, and this is different than when they were doing it in the Weimar years, to print money to pay off foreign loans that was causing hyperinflation. But if you print money to pay for things that go like into tanks, that so the worker producing things that the worker can't buy. If the worker is putting money circulating through the economy, and I know my economic views are not Keynesian by any standards. Keynesianism works only in the short term, which is sort of what we're seeing Germany build up in the war, getting, well, before and during the war. But there's always a crash with Keynesianism. But if you're like building Volkswagens, well, the worker can save up money to buy a Volkswagen. The worker doesn't save up money to buy a tank. So he's being paid to produce something that doesn't go into the economic mix. And then what is he going to spend his money on? And if there's not enough Volkswagens to go around, the price of the more money you have, the more you're willing to put down, on other limited resources. So it causes inflation. So that there is a dollar, or a monetary cost, but most of the cost really is in production capability. The threat, having a real few battleships, had they got, and it, for all the the Wehraboo fanboys or whatever out there for the Graf Zeppelin carrier, it really was a crap carrier. And I don't know quite offhand about its engine capabilities or other sort of design capabilities, but for its basic tonnage, it didn't carry that many aircraft. It was not very well optimized. Germany did not have a history, tradition, a knowledge base to how to design an aircraft carrier that could carry a lot of aircraft. Now, it might have, ergonomically, as in, humans moving aircraft around and where the elevators were and whatnot. It might be good. I don't know it. I don't think so. But it just, the expected aircraft numbers to carry on that thing was pretty damn small for its size. But just the threat that a carrier could come out protecting a small battle group that's going to go after some of the mega convoys that are coming off there. That threat forces Britain to do things like keep a home fleet here. And if you have a big fleet of battleships, you have to have light cruisers and destroyers around it, or otherwise they're very vulnerable. So that keeps light cruisers and destroyers away from protecting the convoys doing the submarines. So having some proper capital ships, one carrier would have actually been nice if it was functional, and some battleships and some pocket battleships. Having some of those is a very good thing. It's how and when do you use them? When are you willing to use them up, like a cross-channel invasion, or like not so much capital ships, but destroyers and lighter cruisers coming into the invasion of Norway. When are you willing to take the losses to achieve a specific strategic goal? So, and when you're getting the invading someplace like Norway, if the British realize that they're not sure where some of your capital ships are, and so they have to, if you're going to put, and troops are valuable, trust me, people. It's not just, the theoretical human lives question. It's trained, organized units are extremely valuable, and if they get sunk at sea, they all die, and it is tragic for your nation from a combat standpoint. And so, yeah, if you're having a troop convoy that's coming up to reinforce Norway, and all it has to worry about is some submarines, well, then it can have a flock of destroyers around it, and you're probably going to beat most of the submarines away. And if you just sink one or two of the troop transports, you're probably going to be able to rescue those troops off the troop transports if you have destroyers and whatnot around them. They're not just all gone. They're disrupted, leaving their equipment behind. That's going to, be one thing. But if you have to protect that troop convoy because all of a sudden coming over the horizon might be a couple of battleships that are just going to blast everything and sink everything, yeah, it ain't going to work. So you've got to organize your troop convoys up with battleships with continuous with continuous air cover and all of that stuff going on. So you can't use your battleships in, say, shore bombardment or other means. So yes, building a few is a good idea. How and when you use them, that's another question. I say best German fleet would be submarine destroyers and maybe a couple of cruisers, but the first two for sure. Yes, I was in trying to make numbers, and that's what, in essence, I've done here. I have, for those who haven't watched every episode here, I've just sort of lazily, quite honestly, just made it all submarine production here, so that we're producing one coastal, which is still quite useful, and the rest just basic submarines and some transport ships. It would be best if I also had we're going to move one, maybe two of these production lines to destroyers. If I was really trying to play well, because that can help with protecting your convoys. But now back to here. So we're going to click here. We're going to form another group. We can go 10, I guess. I don't know that. We're going to create that. I'm moving these to a different fleet. And then we're going to come back to here. This. No. Whatever. Well, that's fine. Okay, so now what we have here is some submarines. Now I've told them to avoid going through the channel here. Right now we're at peace, so it really doesn't matter, but in time it might. I think we're going to tell these guys to come down here off the Iberian coast. We're gonna, because we're in March, we're getting close, and I'm not going to do. And you're also gonna convoy raid. Just, I know it's early, a bit too early, but whatever. And these 9, we're going to tell them to convoy raid up here. So now we have around Britain here, these guys are where they're coming to. We have, let's see if I can move these guys down to here. There we go. So we've got Britain cut off from, outside support. Well, at least raiding their convoys. And that's sort of because, again, this campaign, if those who haven't watched all of the stuff, the main function. Excuse me, let me get something to drink here. The main function of this series is learning and looking at how the new economy is working. Needing to produce, iron and coal to produce steel, and bauxite and energy. Well, there's energy up there too, but to produce aluminum, and how that's all working, and some of the other economic things are working in producing a reasonably good stuff. Maybe try and buy stuff you're short on. Yeah, I don't know about buying capital ships. Some of the other stuff, yeah, that may be the good way to go about it. Okay. Okay, yeah. When you start up, it does take a little bit of time, but all of our essentials are now filled for resources, as well as dealing with food. I have no idea if I have enough food. Okay, we've taken over Skota. Right. Okay, we're in March. And the one that we just did is this, which moves Skota Works here, which we should see this here. So overall, overall factory output is up by 5% from this. The MIFO bills, which will go away once the war starts. Winter heating, which is causing us a negative aspect. 4-year plan still going on. Axis powers recruitable population. Deutsch Erdal AG, so that's helping with our synthetic. General staff. expanded core here. We're just going through all these. Expanded Reich Arbeitsdienst, labor service, helping with factory output and such. Advanced synthetic industry investment, which has negative results for some of this, but does help with some of the synthetic capabilities. And diverting synthetic we must begin investment. So we're getting that developed there. Reichswerk Hermann Goering, which is helping us with resources. Volksdeutsch, Germans from outside of Germany, helping our population capabilities. National Socialist Volksheim, this is a women's help thing. Deutsches Arbeitersfront, again, factory output. Bank of German Aviation, help with research there. Empower foreign nationalists, like the nationalists in Spain. The Hitler Youth, helping with manpower and stability. Inefficient ship design, because we are again focusing on smaller stuff. Autarky Enabling Act, which political power, and bitter losers, which is driving Germany policy. Okay. Now, all right. Okay. We're in March, and this is March into April but we are 13 days into March. So what we need to do here is that we have this here 20 days. So that'll put us right at the beginning of April, and then we have 8 days here. So let's hit this here. Now, let's take a look at our logistics here. Oh, yes. A lot of trucks. Okay, good. I wanted those trucks because we're going to motorize up these 3 divisions, get them motorized. But I also wanted to we got a lot of fighters, but what are they? Okay, well, some 109s. Piddling few, most. And I know you can sell these things off, and it might be worth to sell them off, but because of the high attrition rates, I like to have some of those older fighters around for replacements. Okay. Now, I don't know if they just expect me to have more production now or more shortages. I don't think I'm really short on the size of my army. And I don't necessarily think that I don't know if they mean these aircraft to be a 1-for-1 aircraft production, but 14 transports is too few. I think our overall numbers of fighters are too low. I think, and I am not the great expert at fighter numbers. So I think I don't think German manpower or German production is up where it should be with this new economy. What is the fastest you think you can beat the Soviet Union? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a good I'll call you map, because I see what looks to be an MAP. I know it's Cyrillic, but I don't know with this. So yes, I don't have. I'm not even sure that I can beat the Soviet Union. I think I can, but I don't know. Just lost our negative winter heating effects. Okay, now we have Yeah, you see we got a gap here. Be up here. These guys are going to our motorized / armored formations. Oh, I've absolutely won before. Yes. Oh God, yes. Um, I oh, if you don't know, I am playing with the main release version of Black Ice, and so that, as you can maybe tell from looking at this, radically changes uh, the economy here, the types of that you need to have engine factories as well as artillery factories as well as tank factories as well as aircraft assembly factories. You have to have power plants producing. So I've been producing power plants. I've been producing industrial farms and other things that have distracted me away from building just military factories and civilian factories. So I have not played a full game through yet with all of these new things. So I don't know with all of these developments what is going to do. And you can look if you're interested, you can check on my YouTube channel all of the different um, playthroughs that I've done. And yes, I have defeated the Soviet Union in that amount of time. Okay, and I want to see here after going. Okay, well, did it really use a negative 1,000 trucks for 3 effing divisions? Wait a minute. Go did I have that? That's you know, trucks. Okay, 750 trucks. Oh God. Well, so this is some of the. So this is what I know. That some of the stuff is coming here. This is these, and this is what I'm looking at here. The 13th Infantry Division motorized now, and this is a pre-war motorization. And this is some of the stuff that I'm examining the mod. I know they play tested it a lot and whatnot, but historically, a division like this pre-war, we're not talking something in the war after lots of attrition and bad things happen. We're talking about just getting things ready here. It might have been somewhat short on the ideal of all of the trucks and ideal of all the light vehicles, but it's going to be mostly complete. So I'm again, this is well, with Condor, good. We've got the Condor researched here, which is very good. Okay. And so we need to continue to build industry here. Get all of that building. Well, we can see the Condor new and some new models there. Do we need to activate any of these? No, we're good. Even needing all those trucks, let's see what we have for aircraft here currently in production. What do we have from Naval? We have these guys. These are shorter range naval bombers. I'm going to just, because I like it, and because I do want to keep some of the others, I'm going to just put the Condor into production here. We will need more rubber and whatnot, aluminum. Okay, what model do we want to have our aeronautics? We could do the 111 or 110. I mean, I'm also thinking of the 111 improvements. Yeah, we'll do the 110 improvements first. Now, because I do want... Okay, bauxite. Yeah, Kingdom of Hungary. Let's give it another factory here. Okay, that should be fueling that now. Rubber. Oh boy. Research. What I want to look at here is... Oh, we do have this research slot open. Good. In our synthetics. Here I know those. Liquefaction. Okay, synthetic rubber output production +2, and I believe that is +2 per factory. So that is coming. I don't know how quick. So I'm going to not trade for more rubber. Not doing diesel. Head-on armor. Swimming tanks. Are we researching? I think we are with the pack. No, we are not. So we should be researching this. So we'll do that. Okay. Are we still negative on horse transport? No, we actually do have a good. Okay. And we're getting more and more military factories online, including we're getting some more radar set up. Get that into development there. Back to here, really. Let's medium artillery, heavy artillery. Trucks down 1,000. So I guess we need more trucks. Trucks are not sexy to build. You want to build tanks and fighters and other things like that. But now we can see here, and I also another thing I love about the new developments, I've overstacked into this province. So we are having supply issues. And some of the stuff I just sent in here. Okay. Okay. Is this what I'm looking for? Yes. Right. Let's give Ritter von Thoma a motorized infantry division to make his group a little better. Von Manstein will get a motorized infantry division, and so will Guderian. Well, I'm noticing. Let's send you up to here. Then you back to there. You over to there. That'll... Oh. Yeah, and... You to there. That'll help with the supply. Why not give traits to your generals? They give... yes. Well... Partially it's laziness, and I'm spending most of my time here talking. It's not a specific choice. You do have costs, though I have a fair amount here. Combined arm expert. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not a thinking you shouldn't. It's more just looking at everything else while trying to chat with everybody. Reinforce initiative, recovery rate. That. So there we go. Spent a little bit on some of that. So yes. And you need to balance out your current command power and what you spend on things, but yes, it is a good idea. Now, here, what we're going to do is we're going to deselect some of these. That's good. So I'm going to send you up here by now. Assault gun research. Well, we have done some of the superstructure here, but not all here. And if so, we need to do some of this. Some of this is back earlier here. Don't know what. Let's oh no. Here, which ones we. As you can see, Arno here, we do have, that's the Sturmpanzer, and we have not yet got all of the gun research here. And others, the grill, the Stug F here, Stug here, we don't have partially sloped armor yet. That is partially the reason why. Not that I don't want them. And we needed that. Right. Now, we can look at, yeah, maybe partial. Okay, well here, I was thinking maybe we get partially smooth. But no. Better static. A. Uh-huh. Rankin and more production. More. No, here, move this up further towards the top. We're doing 6 a year here. Yeah. Okay. Get it above the Navy for deal purposes. Don't have rubber for it. but we are researching where is it? Thought we were researching. Oh, maybe we just got it. Did we just get it? Oh, okay. Improved rubber processing. That's what. Why am I not? Because I'm looking for improved rubber processing. Infrastructure works, civilian works. Ah, here it is. So in 87 days, that's a long time. Okay, well. Oh, well, maybe we need to trade for some rubber then. Because we're now down at -3, so we'll get some from the Belgians. Hey, ZZ, how you doing? Okay, so now that we've moved troops out of here, we're now much better supplied there. Foreign volunteers, nice for a little manpower boost. Okay, Ribbentrop Molotov Pact. Okay. Now, mobilize the Reich. That's probably what we should do. It's 7 days. Air generation. Yeah. Replace limited with military general mobilization. We can look at that over here. No, down here. Yeah. See, right now we're at military, and so that would take us 30 days, cost us a little bit here. This, just click here. This will do it in 7. We can see some negative effects to production, but not much. So let's do that. Get the Reich mobilized. Oh, we want to move you to here, and we want to move you to here. Moscow signs the pact. Excellent. All right. Well, because we're getting that close in number of days, let's put you up over here, and you go for interception. You guys come up here, and you guys go for air superiority. You guys come up here and go for air superiority. A moment, we're also going to put you up over here again for air superiority. And you guys are going to come for air superiority there. Now, here, you're going to come up here for air superiority. Let's move you further forward and put you up there over. Now, I think we're going to shift you away from there and also down over here. Warsaw with air superiority. Back here, we do not have a home squadron. I guess we don't. Berlin. You're going there. See, I just don't have enough air. At least I don't think I do. Hey, IKB. How you doing, my friend? Okay, well, we're getting some of our air prepared, but again, it seems woefully little. We are getting our... We can look here. Well, some of the easiest. We only at level stage 1 here, so we have some radar coming online to help us out, but it's quite minimal. I don't like how little, but I do want to build more of a line up here once I get there. So we need more of everything. You filling the gap there. You guys come here, some rear area reinforcements. You know, I'm putting them on the front line, but they're only going to attack in conjunction with others or whatnot. Good to hear that you're good, IKB. Ah, cool. Cool. IKB is a railway warfare expert. I'm going to call him that. He knows a lot about that subject. Okay, so we're mobilized the Reich. We are, I think, ready for this. I like your train of thought, yes. Now, I would really love it, whether it's some of the developers or just some other people that have played this mod with this version or some very close version to this. Have I made seriously wrong choices? In production. I don't have nearly enough aircraft, in my opinion. I think I'm significantly down on the historical levels of things like fighters. I think I'm low on trucks. I think, you know, so what what should I have done different? Is it just meant for me to be low on some of this other stuff? Am I not managing some? Yes, I have 9,000 over that extra machine guns. I have 50,000 uniforms, but I've had times in which, I've had naked troops. 30,000, well, almost 40,000 infantry equipment. Yeah, okay, that's our sort of good 12,000 good stuff. 22,000 Czech Mauser rifles, so that's a major. So if I hadn't gotten the Czech rifles here, I would be down at about 20,000, and that's you can quickly lose that in combat. Got a lot of light artillery, but again, that'll be consumed. 4,000 handheld AT. 1,000, you know, and that some of these things is just, I'm just wondering about, am I producing enough? Have I made some blunders here? I think I'm woefully under-equipped. I think I have a relatively small army. Um, you know, I built no panzer divisions, and not that I necessarily should have, that are not part of the production chain. Okay, we need logistics company improvements there. So I don't know. I'm not worried about taking on Poland, but it's down the road that I'm worried about. Okay, enemy agent turned. Okay, well, good. Immunization advances. Nice. What was it that I was thinking of? Oh boy, I'm losing my train of thought here. Oh, um, it was logistics company 2 to get the refits. So let's see. Some of these I'm not necessarily keeping up with. Okay, maintenance company, logistics company 2. Okay, we will do that. We have just the basic levels of West Wall here. Level 2 forts. I would feel a bit uncomfortable if I was playing against a human playing France. With this, I would probably want a little better, but oh, I clicked on the wrong spot. Yeah, that's level 3, 2. So, yeah, I think I'm okay against the AI France. And as you can see, I have basically 2 divisions on all of the front lines plus a garrison unit. So hopefully that'll be enough. Okay, Danziger War. Now, before I click on this, we've got some submarines out working. We've got some air units up to cover in both the east and the west, though nowhere near what I'm comfortable with. Well, let's put you out here and go anti-shipping, because that's what you're for. Let's come over here and go after. But I'm going to own this area, I think, quickly, so I don't need to bomb it structurally. It's one thing to say interceptor. Okay, well, I guess you're going to come up over here. Like bombing Britain or whatever that you're not planning on owning anytime soon. What is... Oh, yes. Okay. I'm hoping my light air cover, my fighters will do what I want, but it'll protect well enough. But we'll see. All right, so we've got some air set up here. The Danziger War. Poland refuses the ultimatum. refuses to secede, whatever, cede over there. All right, so we are now at war. Boom. Right. Before Poland can have any real chance to react to my forces, we are going to attack, attack, attack.
Angetreten. Angetreten. Ausrücken. Bereit. Ausrücken. Angetreten.
Actually, you know, I'm going to
Achtung.
do this way instead because we've got
Achtung.
2 infantry divisions coming from there to attack there. How did he get here? I don't know, but oh, I don't know.
Ausrücken.
Obviously be striking out with our armored forces very, very quickly here. So,
Bereit. Achtung. Achtung. Angetreten. Angetreten. Angetreten.
hello, Uland 88. I have done some Japan games. They're for both Hearts of Iron 3 and Hearts of Iron 4. There are so there are some series. If you want to check those out. Will I in the future? Yes, for sure. Sometime in the future I will. I don't know when. I mean, it's not like in the current plans, but definitely have done. Okay, and up here. Oh, you need to. Yes.
Angetreten.
Okay. You're going to attack there. Support by these guys. These guys are going to support that attack. Make sure they're just sort of overwhelming.
Angetreten. Angetreten.
Well, with the new industry update. Yeah, sometimes. Well, okay. I don't know that they've done a good enough job with the industry update yet. No, this is the main release version, not their sort of in development release versions that they release every couple of weeks.
Angetreten.
So
Ausrücken.
so this isn't what they have quote unquote in development, but I know Germany the best. I think Germany, and again, I am, whether somebody watching live now or later on, I would love to have somebody critique, and no one has, who's played this enough, because I've only been playing it for you, been distracted with other real life issues. I think Germany's too weak industrially. Hello, the Bear 501. How you doing? So I think Germany's too weak. I think I'm spending too much time. Now maybe I shouldn't be worried about keeping, energy expansion. I'm not saying I'm doing everything right here. I don't know the game well enough to know that. Motorized next SS going. And if you can't get Germany right, can you get Japan right? Now, Japan is sort of by definition not getting enough resources. Because historically it does not have enough industry and other capabilities to fulfill even its basic needs. Okay. One division attack there to pin those guys. You guys go that way. You stop going that way. You attack down that way. You guys have made it into here already. You come up to here, you guys come down to there. Kingdom of Nepal joins the Allies. Uh-oh, we gotta win. Nepal is against us. Okay, regimental doctrines. These are limited to here. Okay, we are in 1940. It is April. Armored Spearhead, Mobile Warfare, Sureplunk, or we can go Mobile Infantry, Mass Motorization, or so that this would be the historical path for Germany, and it's the one that we want to take. Yeah, we'll spend the extra to get that done fast. Hungary wants to join the war. Alright, Hungary can join the war. Don't know what it's going to do other than maybe fight down here, but good. Okay, we are pushing hard and fast towards Warsaw. You guys keep moving forward. Okay, we need to some of our okay. We can do this now that we're at war. Military factory and power plant, but it's going to unlock black defense land there, which is really nice. So we'll do that. Speed and ferocity. Speed and ferocity. You guys forward. You come forward yourselves. You come up that way. You guys, no. You just come to here. You guys. Okay. Let's do these two. Go straight north. You go this way. Okay. Towards post. Let's move in. We're going to do it by rail. Some of these garrison forces to start garrisoning the rear areas. Okay, again, we are hit Warsaw before they can have a large force in readiness to deal with us. There. We are now pushed to here. Very nice. Support the attack. You come forward there. You support that attack. Aren't you guys attacking? I think you exhausted out there, but loads. No, what the hell? Oh my God. I messed that click up. Okay, you guys can. You guys. You can come all the way over to here. You can support that attack. You can support the attack. And you go down capped for the pistol. Well, probably should have. We're going to end this episode, not the live stream, people, but the episode here. We are on the outskirts of Warsaw. We will be back next time for taking Warsaw, I do hope. So thanks, everyone. I want to particularly thank Tim, Strongarm, Niagro, Timothy, Sir Toyjet, Gary, Garrett, Marcus, Folk, and the Great Hoffmanator for support over on Patreon. But everybody else, if you can just lick the like button, and if you're new around here, smash the follow button, or the subscribe button, I should say, and post a comment below. That's all I ask. See you next time for more, yes, even more Hearts of